Hey everybody, I want to welcome you to another timeout. My name is Joshua Fakir, and today I just got one thing I want to say to you. And that thing is, I want you to make your impact now. Make your impact now. Now let me tell you where this came from. This past weekend, we're all rocked with the news of Chadwick Boseman's passing. It was just something that kind of hit everyone. No one saw it coming. There's already so much going on in the world. And that just kind of came in. For some people, it was just, the thing that took them over the edge. And so the thing that really got to me was that as I sat there and started to reflect on it, he was 42 years old. And yet, when you see how the world responded to that news, this man lived a life that impacted millions of lives. Not just on the screen, but off the screen. He lived a life that was very humble, and he really thought about people. He really gave back, and he stood up for what he believed in. And so I'm like, this is just very positive influence, not just on me and my generation, but those who look up to him and even those who are older. And so that was a big impact, that he had just in my life. But looking at the responses from celebrities and from people all over the world, even children who was posting pictures, this man made an impact in life. And even though it's at such a young age, he's left behind a legacy. He made an impact in life that will not be erased. And so that's something that really stood out to me. Because since the beginning of the year, something I kept saying to myself is make your impact now. Make your impact now. So often we always wait till later to do the thing that we want to do, to go after those dreams that we want to. We wait till later because it's very easy to get stuck in your comfort zone. It's very easy to be like, this is my safe zone. This is what I'm used to. And where your dreams are, it's not in your comfort zone. I always say this, that the only opportunities you run into in your comfort zone are missed opportunities. Because the thing that you want to do in life, the thing that you want to accomplish, the impact that you want to make, it doesn't reside in your comfort zone. It is outside of your comfort zone. They say that there's no growth in the comfort zone, just like there's no comfort in the growth zone. The only way you can grow into the person that you were called to be and walking in that thing that you're called to do, you have to step outside of your comfort zone. That's the only way you're going to achieve those dreams and those goals. And so often we find ourselves waiting for the conditions to be perfect before we go after the dreams. But if you're waiting for the conditions to be perfect, you will never follow your dreams and you will never see them fulfilled in your life. And the only thing it leads to is a life of regret. You see, none of us knows our time. None of us knows how long we're going to be here. And so the thing we need to do is to make our impact now. Can you imagine if Chadwick Boseman waited? If he said, I have so much time ahead of me, and he waited and he allowed his comfort zone to swallow him up, he would not be the household name that he is now, who the whole world is celebrating his life. And so he did not wait. And the thing for me is that, they said that he's had a 4-year bout of colon cancer. And so since 2016, he was diagnosed and we did not know about it. And some of the films that we are going to know and remember him for from now in history, he did it in that span of him fighting for his life. And since 2016, I'm just looking at some of the filmography. He did Captain America Civil War. He did Black Panther, Marshall, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and other films that he did in that span of him fighting for his life. And you almost have to imagine that in the process of making his impact in life, in some of those instances, he was doing it experiencing anything but comfort. He was fighting for his life, yet he found time to pursue his dreams and make an impact, not just in the life on screen, but going to hospitals and visiting people who were also battling terminal illnesses. I'm going to forever cherish his memory because of the impact he made in my life, in my family's life, in my kids' life. And so my question to you is, are you making your impact now, or are you waiting for the conditions to be perfect? What are you waiting for? What is it that has to happen for you to step outside of your comfort zone? We are reminded every day that life is but a vapor, as the scripture says. You hear and for only for a moment, but nobody knows how long they're going to be here for. And so what are you waiting for? When are you going to begin to make your impact? Don't be intimidated by your dreams. Just go after it, because you never know how much you have inside of you. You remember, there's no growth in the comfort zone, and there's no comfort in the growth zone. You're going to grow by stepping outside of your comfort zone. And the thing about it is, for many of us, the comfort zone is not really comfortable. It's just what you know and what you're used to, and there's a fear of change. Some of you in your comfort zone, you're not happy with your financial situation. You're not happy with your relationship. You're not happy with your career or where you stand on certain things. And so it's not really comfort in the comfort zone. It's uncomfortable in the first place. It's just what we know. So if you're going to live your life being uncomfortable, might as well be uncomfortably going after the things you want in life. Make your impact now. Make your impact now. My wife and I always say we want to make an impact in life that can never be erased. But we cannot do that living our lives in the comfort zone. Starting this YouTube channel required me stepping out of my comfort zone. Me getting on stage to speak to people, encourage people, that required me coming out of my comfort zone, because I was very uncomfortable in life just speaking in front of people, because I grew up with a speech impediment. I had a hard time articulating my ideas, and so I made a decision I wasn't going to talk in front of people. Coming to find out, my gift was encouragement, and the only way I can exercise my gift is by speaking. And so I had to step outside of my comfort zone to do the thing that I know I'm called to do. It's going to require you to step outside of your comfort zone. But it's okay. It's okay, because you know what? There's nothing more fulfilling than doing the thing that you feel like you were called to do, even if you're doing it uncomfortably. In fact, sometimes being uncomfortable is what pulls the best out of you, because you're not taking it for granted. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Are you going to live your life in the comfort zone? I said it at the beginning, and I'm saying it again. This is something that came to me, and I wrote it down, and I want to share it with you. The only opportunities you run into in your comfort zone are missed opportunities. And I know I'm not the only one who can raise my hand and say there's some opportunities I missed out on just because I was afraid to step out. But you know what? I'm making a change. I'm turning things around. And like Chadwick Boseman, it's going to require you to make your impact now. He's young, yet his memory will last for a lifetime. First person to play a black superhero in a movie, which was a movie that broke box office numbers, because he was willing to step outside of his comfort zone. He was willing to make his impact now. Are you making your impact now? If not, I want you to decide that you're going to do whatever you got to do to step outside that comfort zone, because you cannot stay in there and live the life you're called to live. So that's my timeout for you today. Are you making your impact now? Are you living your life doing the thing you're called to do? Or are you allowing your comfort zone to stifle you? Don't let it do it anymore. Start making your impact today. Start making your impact today. Because you're also going to leave a legacy. You're also going to make an impact in the lives around you that's never going to be erased. You're also called to do great things, and you have things inside of you that you don't even know exist yet. And it's time to wake it up and walk in greatness, because that's what you're called to do. Make your impact now, and people will remember you for the rest of your life. And even when you're no longer here to influence your legacy will live on. But you got to start today. My name is Josh Fakir. I want to thank you for joining me on this timeout, and I pray you bless. Now start making your impact. See you soon.
The deeper the fear, the greater the win. If you let the Savior come near and purify from within, gotta let the blessings begin. Take it from the top to the bottom. Satan will never win your heart. Use the gospel to stop him, like a message in a bottle. God's waiting